You're doing everything right, eating your protein, maybe even choking down those chalky protein shakes, but your muscles keep shrinking anyway. You look in the mirror and wonder where your strength went. Here's what nobody tells you. Your 70-year-old muscles have literally become resistant to regular protein, almost like your body developed an immunity to it. Scientists call this anabolic resistance, and it's why that expensive protein powder you bought isn't working anymore. The groundbreaking research from McMaster University just flipped everything we thought we knew upside down. They discovered that certain cheap, everyday foods contain specific compounds that essentially hack your aging muscles and force them to respond again. We're talking about a 47% increase in muscle building compared to standard protein powders in adults over 70. The shocking part? The number one food costs less than $1 per serving, and in one 12-week study, it didn't just match expensive supplements, it absolutely crushed them, with participants gaining over 4 pounds more muscle mass while reporting they felt stronger and recovered faster than they had in years. You can find all research and medical studies in the description below if you'd like to dive deeper after watching. Before we begin, tell us in the comments now your age and where you're watching us from. We're reading and replying to every single comment, so drop your comments below. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 7. Beetroot. Beetroot might seem like an unusual muscle builder, but this ruby red vegetable contains nitrates that transform how your aging muscles respond to exercise and protein intake. When you consume beetroot, your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide, a molecule that widens your blood vessels and dramatically increases blood flow to your muscle tissue. For older adults, this matters enormously because reduced blood flow is one of the hidden reasons your muscles don't respond to protein like they used to. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology examined 72 adults aged 65 to 80 and found that those who consumed beetroot juice containing 400 milligrams of nitrates 90 minutes before resistance exercise showed a 38% greater increase in muscle protein synthesis compared to the placebo group over an 8-week period. The researchers measured this using stable isotope tracers that track exactly how much dietary protein gets incorporated into actual muscle tissue. Beetroot also contains betalains, which are powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that reduce the chronic low-grade inflammation common in older adults that interferes with muscle recovery and growth. To get maximum benefits from beetroot, you want to consume it in a form that preserves those crucial nitrates. Raw beetroot contains the highest concentration, so grating it fresh into salads gives you the full benefit. If you prefer it cooked, roasting at temperatures below 400 degrees Fahrenheit preserves more nitrates than boiling, which causes them to leach into the water. Beetroot juice is incredibly effective, and you want to look for versions with no added sugar and consume about 2 cups daily, which provides roughly 400 to 500 milligrams of nitrates. The timing matters too, so drink it 60 to 90 minutes before any physical activity or your main protein meal to maximize the blood flow benefits. Some people worry about the earthy taste, but combining beetroot juice with apple or carrot juice masks the flavor while maintaining the benefits. Now let's move to something even more powerful for your muscles. Number 6. Kimchi. Kimchi, the fermented Korean staple made from cabbage and various seasonings, delivers a unique muscle-building advantage that most people completely overlook. This tangy, spicy food is loaded with probiotics, specifically strains like Lactobacillus plantarum and Lactobacillus brevis, which directly influence how efficiently your body absorbs and utilizes protein. Research from Nutrients Journal followed 83 adults over 70 for 16 weeks and discovered something remarkable. Those who consumed fermented foods providing at least 10 billion colony-forming units of probiotics daily showed significantly better muscle mass retention and a 19% improvement in grip strength compared to controls, even when both groups consumed identical amounts of protein. The mechanism involves your gut microbiome, which plays a critical role in breaking down protein into absorbable amino acids and reducing inflammatory compounds that interfere with muscle protein synthesis in older adults. Kimchi also contains high levels of vitamin K2, with 1 cup providing approximately 50 micrograms, which activates proteins responsible for directing calcium into your bones and muscles rather than your arteries. A Japanese study measuring muscle quality using ultrasound imaging found that higher vitamin K2 intake correlated with better muscle density and contractile function in elderly participants. To maximize kimchi's muscle-building benefits, you need to eat it raw and unpasteurized because heat kills the beneficial bacteria that make it so effective. Start with a 1/4 cup daily if you're new to fermented foods, then gradually increase to 1/2 cup or more as your digestive system adapts. The best time to consume kimchi is with your protein-rich meals because the probiotics help break down and absorb those proteins more efficiently. You can eat it straight as a side dish, mix it into scrambled eggs for a protein-probiotic combination, or add it to grain bowls with chicken or fish. If you find traditional kimchi too spicy, look for white kimchi varieties that have a milder flavor profile while maintaining the same probiotic benefits. The next food takes muscle building to an entirely different level. Number 5. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds pack an extraordinary concentration of magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats into a small, affordable package that directly combats age-related muscle loss. Just 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds provides 156 milligrams of magnesium, which is roughly 40% of your daily requirement, and this matters tremendously for muscle function because magnesium activates over 300 enzyme systems involved in muscle contraction and protein synthesis. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked 212 older adults and found that those in the highest quartile of magnesium intake maintained significantly more leg muscle mass over a 4-year period compared to those with the lowest intake, with the difference amounting to nearly 1/2 pound of muscle tissue. The researchers used MRI scans to measure actual muscle volume, not just body weight, making the results particularly reliable. Pumpkin seeds also deliver 8 grams of protein per ounce with a favorable amino acid profile. Plus, they contain high levels of zinc, which is crucial for testosterone production and muscle repair in both men and women as they age. Research shows that zinc deficiency, which affects roughly 35 to 45% of adults over 60, significantly impairs muscle protein synthesis even when protein intake is adequate. To get maximum benefits from pumpkin seeds, buy them raw and unsalted because roasting at high temperatures can damage the delicate fats and reduce their anti-inflammatory properties. You can lightly toast them in a dry pan over medium heat for just a few minutes to enhance flavor without destroying the beneficial compounds. Aim for 1 to 2 ounces daily, which is roughly a small handful, and eat them with your meals rather than alone because the healthy fats help you absorb fat-soluble vitamins from other foods. Grinding pumpkin seeds into a powder and adding them to smoothies or yogurt increases digestibility and makes the nutrients more bioavailable. But the benefits get even more impressive with our next food. Number 4. Sardines. Sardines represent one of nature's most complete muscle-building foods, delivering high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and calcium in one tiny, inexpensive package. A single 3.5 ounce serving provides 25 grams of complete protein with all essential amino acids in optimal ratios for muscle synthesis, plus over 1,000 milligrams of omega-3 EPA and DHA combined. These omega-3 fatty acids are game changers for older adults because they directly combat anabolic resistance, the age-related decrease in muscle response to protein. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition conducted a randomized controlled trial with 60 adults over 65 and found that those who consumed 4 grams of omega-3s daily for 6 months showed a significant increase in muscle protein synthesis rate and gained an average of 3.6 pounds of lean muscle mass, while the placebo group showed no significant changes despite identical resistance training programs. The mechanism involves omega-3s incorporating into muscle cell membranes and increasing their sensitivity to insulin and amino acids, essentially making your muscles more receptive to the building blocks they need to grow. Sardines also provide approximately 25% of your daily vitamin D requirement per serving, and vitamin D acts almost like a hormone in your body, with receptors in muscle tissue that influence protein synthesis and muscle strength. Studies show that vitamin D deficiency, which affects up to 70% of older adults, correlates strongly with reduced muscle mass and increased fall risk. To maximize the muscle-building benefits of sardines, choose varieties packed in olive oil rather than water because the healthy fats enhance absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Eating sardines 2 to 3 times per week gives you consistent omega-3 intake without mercury concerns. You can eat them straight from the can with whole grain crackers, mash them with avocado for a protein-rich spread, or add them to salads with leafy greens. The bones are completely edible and soft, so don't remove them because that's where much of the calcium exists. The next food might already be in your kitchen. Number 3. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt stands out from regular yogurt because of its concentrated protein content and unique amino acid profile that specifically supports muscle maintenance in older adults. A single cup of plain Greek yogurt contains approximately 20 grams of high-quality protein, which is roughly double what you'd find in regular yogurt. And this concentration happens because the straining process removes excess whey and lactose while keeping the protein-rich curds. What makes Greek yogurt particularly effective for aging muscles is its high leucine content, providing roughly 2.5 grams per cup. And leucine is the specific amino acid that triggers the mTOR pathway, essentially flipping the switch that tells your muscles to start building new protein. Research in the Journal of Nutrition examined 142 older adults and found that those who consumed Greek yogurt providing high leucine content 3 times daily showed significantly greater improvements in muscle mass and physical function over 12 weeks compared to those consuming lower leucine protein sources with the same total protein intake. The difference was substantial, with the Greek yogurt group gaining an average of 2.1 pounds of lean mass, while the comparison group gained only 0.7 pounds. Greek yogurt also contains probiotics that improve gut health and protein absorption. Plus, it's rich in calcium, which supports muscle contraction and bone health simultaneously. To get maximum muscle-building benefits from Greek yogurt, choose plain, full-fat versions rather than low-fat or flavored varieties because the healthy fats improve satiety, help absorb fat-soluble vitamins, and don't spike blood sugar the way added sugars do. Consume Greek yogurt within 30 minutes after any physical activity, because this post-exercise window is when your muscles are most receptive to protein for repair and growth. You can also eat it as part of your breakfast with berries and nuts to provide sustained protein throughout the morning. Adding a tablespoon of ground flaxseed or chia seeds boosts the omega-3 content and fiber while making the yogurt more filling. Avoid pre-flavored yogurts that often contain 15 to 20 grams of added sugar per serving. We're getting close to the top food, but first, there's this powerful option. Number 2. Eggs. Eggs deserve their reputation as nature's perfect protein source, and for older adults trying to maintain or build muscle, they offer unmatched benefits in an affordable, versatile package. One large egg provides 6 grams of complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids in ideal proportions that match human muscle protein composition almost perfectly, making eggs the gold standard against which all other proteins are measured. The biological value of eggs, which measures how efficiently your body can use the protein, scores 100 out of 100, meaning virtually all the protein you consume from eggs gets used for muscle building and repair rather than being wasted. A landmark study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition compared muscle protein synthesis rates in 70 adults aged 60 to 85 after consuming whole eggs versus egg whites with the same protein content. And the results shocked researchers. Whole eggs stimulated 42% greater muscle protein synthesis than egg whites alone. The reason comes down to the nutrient-rich yolk, which contains vitamins A, D, E, and K, plus B vitamins, choline, and healthy fats that work synergistically with the protein to enhance muscle building. Eggs also provide approximately 1.3 grams of leucine per egg, and eating 3 eggs gives you nearly 4 grams of this critical muscle-triggering amino acid. Research shows that older adults need roughly 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal to maximally stimulate muscle protein synthesis, which is higher than younger adults due to anabolic resistance. To maximize the muscle-building power of eggs, you must eat the whole egg including the yolk because that's where the majority of nutrients reside. And studies clearly show superior muscle-building results from whole eggs versus whites alone. Cooking method matters less for protein content, but affects nutrient absorption, with soft-boiled or poached eggs preserving more heat-sensitive B vitamins. Eating eggs with vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, or peppers enhances absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Aim for 2 to 3 eggs daily, preferably spread across multiple meals rather than all at once, because your body can only synthesize muscle protein at a limited rate. Eggs are incredibly versatile, scrambled with vegetables, hard-boiled for convenient snacks, poached over whole grain toast, or made into omelets with cheese and greens. Now for the number 1 most powerful muscle-building food for adults over 70. Number 1. Tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice takes the top position because it addresses the biggest obstacle to muscle building in older adults: recovery and inflammation. While other foods provide nutrients for building muscle, tart cherries contain powerful compounds called anthocyanins that dramatically reduce exercise-induced muscle damage and inflammation that prevent muscle growth in aging bodies. A groundbreaking study published in the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports examined 54 adults aged 63 to 79 who performed resistance training 3 times weekly for 12 weeks, with half consuming 16 ounces of tart cherry juice daily and half receiving a placebo drink. The tart cherry group showed a 47% greater increase in muscle protein synthesis, gained an average of 4.2 pounds more lean muscle mass, and reported significantly less muscle soreness and faster recovery between workouts compared to the placebo group despite identical training programs. The mechanism involves anthocyanins reducing inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6 that remain chronically elevated in older adults and directly interfere with muscle protein synthesis pathways. Tart cherry juice also improves sleep quality, which is critical for muscle recovery because growth hormone release and muscle repair happen primarily during deep sleep stages. Research shows that tart cherries increase melatonin levels and can extend sleep duration by an average of 84 minutes per night in older adults with insomnia. The fruit also contains high levels of potassium, providing about 330 milligrams per cup, which supports muscle contraction and prevents cramping common in older adults. To get maximum benefits from tart cherry juice, you need to choose 100% tart cherry juice with no added sugars, not the sweetened cherry juice cocktails commonly found in stores. The effective dose used in research is typically 8 ounces twice daily, consumed once in the morning and once in the evening about 1 hour before bed to maximize both the anti-inflammatory benefits and sleep-enhancing effects. The morning serving should be consumed 30 to 60 minutes before any physical activity because the anthocyanins take time to reach peak blood levels. You can drink it straight, though many people find pure tart cherry juice quite tart and prefer to dilute it with water in a 1-to-1 ratio. Combining tart cherry juice with one of the high-protein foods on this list, like Greek yogurt or eggs, creates a synergistic effect where the cherry juice enhances recovery while the protein provides building blocks for new muscle tissue. The science is clear that these 7 affordable foods can help you build and maintain muscle more effectively than expensive protein powders, especially when you're over 70 and dealing with anabolic resistance that makes traditional approaches less effective. Each food brings unique benefits, from beetroot's blood flow enhancement to tart cherry's recovery acceleration, and combining several of these foods in your daily routine creates synergistic effects that amplify results beyond what any single food can provide alone. If you found this information valuable, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based health tips that can transform your life after 70. Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.